Greetings and salutations. Welcome to another episode of 365 Days of Gaming. I really appreciate you taking out time to check out this video. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Greatly appreciate it, so thank you in advance. So we did the SNES games and, it was really fun to kind of revisit that section, but it's time to move on. So now I want to present to you some games these purchases were influenced by demo discs, which was something that was completely different than anything that we had experienced up until that point. So the first one on this PlayStation demo disc extravaganza is going to be Tomba. Now, if you've never heard of Tomba, I was introduced to this game obviously through a demo disc, right? And the thing was, this game is a Metroidvania style action adventure where you're going to be going through different areas. You're going to follow different paths. The main character name is Tomba, so the game is named after him, and he's essentially like this Tarzan-like child. Doesn't really talk, but has a way of communicating through action. And he gets into shenanigans trying to stop these evil pigs, these coma pigs. And I remember playing the demo for this, and it was like just one little section of the game, but it was all of these little side quests that you're doing as you're trying to complete the main mission that I just thought was amazing. I hadn't played anything like it. And I remember as I'm playing this on this demo disc, was like a PlayStation Underground disc, I think, or it may have been the disc that came with the PlayStation, because it came with the demo disc. And I just remember going like, oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to at least rent this, if not buy this, because this game, this is fun. You're gonna meet all these different characters. He's got different attacks, different equipment. You get different abilities as you complete certain missions or you beat certain enemies. There's gonna be boss characters. Like this is the total package, and PlayStation kind of needed games like this because this is as close as they're gonna get to their Legend of Zelda, Metroid type game. And I always thought Tomba was a fantastic game. Never beat the sequel, but I really enjoyed the first game. It's a great game. It's not as long as you would think, but it can be long if you decide to do all of the missions and things like that. It plays really, really well. That's one of the first things I noticed when I played this game, was that the controls are fantastic. It's got a lot of humor to it. It's got animated cutscenes. I'm a big fan of those. And so for me, that demo, like I said, these are games that they gave you a taste, and some people know, where that's from, but they give you a taste, and it's enough to get you hooked in. Or in some cases, the demos were enough. I don't know if this is good or bad, but the demos were good enough to where we felt like we got, enough of the game to where we would play the demo version more so than actually trying to go get a copy of the actual game. And in some cases, the demo became just as legendary in some parts as the game itself. Games like Tekken 3, I always say, was like that demo had like 6 characters and people just kind of played that. That's good enough. But Tomba is definitely a game if you are a fan of Metroidvania style games, action adventure games, things of that nature. This is definitely very, very, very high up on that list of those type of games. I would love to see, Tomba come back in some form or fashion. It's time. PlayStation bringing things back. Let's bring that back. But this is one of those PlayStation classics. So the other thing that the PlayStation did was we had the demo disc, and then you had these PlayStation classic games that would be like a game was so good that they put it down to $20, and it's not like you get the black and white artwork. You don't get the all the color books and everything, but you get the same game. And that was like a major influence on people because we was on a budget. So a $20 game that was a certified hit because all these people bought it. It did something. It triggered something for you, and Tomba was on that list as well. So PlayStation Demo All-Star, PlayStation Classic, or Platinum All-Star, however you want to say it. But if you've played this game, I'd like to know your thoughts on it. Did you enjoy it? Did you discover it on the demo? What are some other games that y'all discovered on demos? I really, really, really appreciate all the feedback. It really makes this whole process fun when I get to see and read all your stories about things. So like to hear that. And if you've tried any games that I've suggested based on this list, I'd love to hear that as well, because it makes me feel like I'm doing a good job. But either way, I really appreciate you all checking out the video. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, y'all have fun. Y'all be safe. Peace.